Oh, there it is. I seen it.
Gotcha.
Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for our community. Please welcome Rich Cooley, Indiana gold hunter Dennis Dayton,
Rob White Gold, Jared Wheeler, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoyed tonight's show, and thanks for tuning in. What's going on, guys?
Good
Not
evening.
much.
Not much. Just a whole lot of usual stuff.
Well, just relaxing, enjoying the nice weather.
Sure. What's the nice weather in California?
Well, where I've been at, it's been low 80s.
Oh, well,
It hasn't been humid. It hasn't been too hot.
that's
But
ish. Yeah.
yeah, we got a heat wave coming next week, though.
It's rained here all day, so it's still been in the 70s, but it is what it is. That's nice weather. I like 70s, but minus the rain. Yeah. Don't need the rain to go with it. That's for sure. Rich, you just got back from your crabbing adventure?
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Hammer time? Did you hammer 'em?
Hammer time. It did good. Did really good. Got some crabs. Average pretty much about 15 a day.
Is that kind of like the limit or?
Oh no, you could get like a bushel and a half.
Oh,
which
okay.
is with my license, you can get like a bushel and a half, which is way more than
okay. But 15 a day is a pretty good number, right?
yeah. I can probably eat maybe 12 in a setting, then I'm full probably.
Okay. And so was you eating them every day? Did you have crab?
Oh yeah, I had
every
crabs.
day? Yeah, crab every day.
Yeah. I could go out, come back, eat 6, and then go back out, come back in, and eat another 6 or 8, and then go back out and come back in.
Yeah. That's awesome.
You don't get much meat out of them, really.
Right.
I mean, I brought 17 home, and I got about a pound and a half
out of 17.
Out of 17 crabs, so ain't really that much of meat, but it made 7 crab cakes. So
7 crab cakes is pretty good, actually. That's a meal. Yeah. Buy some potatoes, slice up a
so if you buy a pound and a half of crab meat at the store,
yeah,
I don't know what it costs, 20, 30 bucks.
All right, probably. And it ain't that fresh.
Yeah.
So yours were fresh caught. Awesome. Good. How many days was you down there?
5.
5 days?
5, yeah. 4, 5.
Right.
Have Sunday, come back Thursday.
Gotcha. And
I had a great time. It was awesome. Rented a cabin, so had a good time, good weather, good food.
Good. At least you had a good time. You're back, and I'll back to work tomorrow for you.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Well, we're glad to have you back and glad you did good down there. Yeah. Jared, what about you? Anything new and exciting happening?
Nothing really, other than we had our Bering Sea watch party and got to talk to some of the cast and stars, and hence we have 2 of them tonight.
Oh, cool. So wait, now did Bering Sea start again?
Yep. It's
I don't have that channel, so I don't know. So it did start.
Yep, episode 1 was Friday night.
And then now is there a new mine rescue also?
Yeah, there was that was the actual first episode. They're calling the one the Friday before episode 0, and this one episode 1.
Okay, so we got 2 new shows back on premiering again. Premiered Friday. Okay, cool. So you had your Bering Sea Gold watch party. Nice. So now I gotta wait for it to be on Cinemax because now I see they got Hoffman Family Gold on there. I've been watching it and seeing. So I'm kind of past the part where they had the big catastrophe with the mudslide in towards the creek thingy. Yeah, I just got past that one. So we'll see. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. I'll keep my comments to myself. Just saying. Interesting. So yeah, you snagged two of them guys from Bering Sea Gold's going to be on here tonight. You got who? Who'd you get, Jared?
We have Chris McCulley and Tyler Gutowski.
Oh, cool. We've had them on before. They're good guys. Looking forward
Yep.
to having them back. See what they've been up to. They hanging out down there with Brian.
Possibly. I know Brian went over to their house on Friday night.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Interesting. Very cool. So you say they're having some bad weather down there now?
Yeah, they were having bad weather this weekend, so they're like, we could do the show this weekend. So short notice, we got them on.
You're like, okay, we can make that happen.
Just
Right.
sitting around and might as well come on.
Right.
Show.
Right. Might as well come and hang out with some of their fans and
So we're trying to figure out real quick in the
Yeah.
drawing last week, and
yeah.
they're already saying in the chat room that that it wasn't called. But I want to know who won my mug during the drawing, so I can send it to them. But nobody seems to know who drawed the Crony Club mug.
Right.
So if
And I
somebody
remember
knows in the chat room who
Dude.
draw the Crony Club mug, please let me know so I can send it to you.
Yeah,
Or
and
if I can get your address.
I remember saying, okay, next one's for Rich's Crony Club mug. Unless I said that and somebody distracted me and I went on to the next prize. That's all it could be because I would have wrote it down. I wrote everything down. It's just odd.
It was not called, David Vila said.
It was not called. Well, I still have the drum full of the tickets. So we could still draw it. Not a problem. If I didn't draw it. But
Let's be 100% sure.
yeah, I'm gonna go back and check the show. Be 200% positive. I'll take David's 100% and then I'll do my 100%.
Yeah,
And
so let's
if we
investigate.
didn't, right? If we didn't, we will draw it next Sunday. Okay.
Okay,
All
there
right.
we go.
Cool. Yes.
My address is.
Yes.
Yes, I want to be 100% sure, Tim's going to watch the show again
Yeah.
and verify. And if nobody was called, we'll have a drawing next week
Or the mug. Yeah.
for the mug. And then want to make sure that it's a fair deal.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, like I said, I still got the tickets here under.
I'm glad you kept them.
Oh, yeah. I always keep them.
Okay, so Matt was asking me if I could mention this. The Utah Gold Prospecting Club is having an outing next Friday and Saturday in Moon Lake. It's their 25th year anniversary.
Oh,
Free
cool.
admission, and that is August 23rd, 24th at Altamont City Park, 1591 1 West, 3850 North, Altamont, Utah, 84001.
Ah, very cool. All right. Yeah, we love mentioning stuff. You just got to let us know. We have no problem mentioning it. And that's why we have the event section on GPS. You can always post it there as well. Yeah. Right? Easy peasy.
Yep.
Let us know or post it on GPS or both. Post it on GPS and let us know. And we will gladly mention your events or at any time. Not a problem. Now, where was I? I got confused. I get distracted. Squirrel. Jared, you got gold prices, my friend?
I do. It's actually up today in live markets to $2,505.02.
Okay.
Silver as at $28.95.
Take it.
Then the other one I have is platinum at $950.72.
Okay.
And the Bitcoin still just messing around there at $58,893.82. 80 cents.
Oh, it's just being silly now, right? It's just
Yeah,
drop it
just
down.
sideways.
It is. Just drop it down to the 50s for a minute. Then it'll go up to the 70s. Yep. Right, Rob?
Yeah.
Yep. See, thank you.
This is not financial advice.
No, any way, shape, or
Yeah,
form.
please.
Nope. We just like aggravating Scott. It's our job. Yeah.
So what did you guys win? Did any of you guys here win anything?
No. Oh, Jaron did, didn't you, Jaron? Or no?
No, Rob did. Rob won the one of my classifiers.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah?
Rob won a
Well, the
class.
funny part is I excused myself during that part. I didn't realize I won. Otherwise, I would have said just re, uh, re, redo it again.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
Gotcha. And then Rich, of course, won his silver certificate thingies. So yeah, so two of you guys won.
You did win one,
Oh,
but
I
you
did win
regifted
one.
it.
Yeah, but I threw it and let the next
What did
person.
you pay forward on?
I can't remember what it was.
Hmm.
I don't remember. It was something. And I was like, next person, name we draw gets it. So yeah, I can't even remember. Can't remember. And I only had one ticket in there.
Yeah. Wow.
That was that one I won in the drawing that night, remember?
Yeah, yeah.
On the wheel. That's the one that
Should have played the lottery.
I should have. And I still would have lost.
Mhm.
But yeah, I paid it for. I can't even remember what it was. No clue. Probably was your mug.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe that's when when you got turned around.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm honestly thinking
We'll
because
find out when you listen to
yeah,
the show.
and I guarantee I go, okay, this one's for Rich's drawing, and the next thing you know, I draw the next prize after it. You know, I guarantee that's what happened. Easy enough. I'll watch it. Fast forward. It was like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would have been like the sixth one. So easy enough to watch.
Yeah,
If
you'll
it's
find
not
out.
if it's not drawn after Rob's ring, then I missed it. Yes, plain and simple. For sure. Now, who do we got over there in the YouTube right now, you guys, before we take off here?
Well, we got quite a few people that popped in tonight. Let's see, of course, Charles Hanson, John Hunt, Ray Russo, and David Alphonse Centaret, like David A, David V, Heath, Randy, and of course, Randy. Tim will change that title.
Wait, what?
Apparently, on the YouTube title, it's 816. It's supposed to be 818 or something like that.
Oh,
So,
oh,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
fix it after.
And we'll take care of that for you, Randy. We got Brian's in there, of course. American Gold Prospectors, Bigfoot Prospecting, Matt, Steve France, Rich Cooley's in there, Aaron's in there, of course. Brad Hayden with Rocky Mountain Prospectors, Ogre, of course, myself. And anybody else I missed, welcome.
Well, yeah, welcome everybody over there.
Yeah.
Alan Burgers and Heath Doty. I don't remember if you said them. And then we got Ogre.
Yeah,
I think
Alan,
that's it.
I keep forgetting his name too.
Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I'll fix the date thing after.
There's a lot of people lurking because there's 5 watching. So
Oh, really? Workers. Oh, I won dirt, Rich, is what I won. I
Oh,
won pay dirt. I just paid it forward. Yeah. Right. That's what it was. Yep. And then, of course, my dirt, Randy won. And since he's in Canada, I just ordered him Dirt Hog. This made it easier than shipping it to Canada.
right.
Yeah. Because they're right there. Yeah, it went good. It was a good drawing. And like I said, one more time, thanks to everybody who participated with the prizes and purchasing tickets. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Jaron. Balls in
all
your.
right. I'll get the link out to them.
All right, let's get them on here. Get Chris and Tyler, see what's happening down there. Oh no, Alaska.
They have seen the link. They should be here shortly.
All righty.
Where's Wilbur? Who's that?
There's Will. Oh,
Oh, Ed,
huh?
flashing the pan.
Oh, Ed.
I didn't see him pop on tonight yet.
So what was this thing Ed was posting about times and all this stuff?
That's some 24-hour broadcast thing.
When's that supposed to be?
I had that wrote down too. It's like the 6th or something. I think it's a Friday night. Do you guys
So
want to?
you scheduled to be on or something?
No, you schedule your show to do a show, and it's like 24 hours of live shows. You know what I mean? Yeah, like Ed will do a show for an hour, and then the next person will do their show for an hour, next person will do their show.
So you actually do a show for yourself?
Yeah, for yourself. You do like
Yeah.
we'd get on and do this for an hour, and then we did our hour, we're out of here. And then the next person would do their show for an
On
hour.
their site.
I don't know how that works. That's what I mean.
On
Yeah.
their YouTube.
Yeah, they'll provide a link to the next one and everybody hops over to the next one.
Oh,
Okay. So I don't know if you guys want to do it. If you do, we sign up for it, and we can do it too. Pick a time slot and do it.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out what time slots are available.
Right. And what's good for all of us.
Mhm.
Friday, don't make it long. And I'm out. There's Tyler.
There's Tyler.
Here I am.
What's
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah. What's happening, guys?
That's
Chris.
Chris. We can't
There's
see him.
Chris.
There you go. That's much better. Still can't see. Yeah,
This long time since we did the last
Getting
one.
better at this.
It's been a while since you guys were here. Yeah. Thanks for coming back. We appreciate it. Yeah. So you guys having crappy weather down there?
Oh yeah, a little bit.
All right. What's crappy weather? Explain it to people.
Not mineable.
Well, that's not a lot of detail.
Big waves. Surfing.
Oh, really?
They'd be surfing right now more than we're doing.
No
diving.
kidding. That bad. Okay. So yeah, that is bad weather. Now, when do you expect it to break?
My whole week is a write-off already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sucks because the conditions would suck even if it died down, you're saying?
Yeah, no, it's just that typical summertime, the month of August. Usually, that's where all the tropical storms rolling around down the southern Bering Sea, and it rises up, pushes from the south.
Right.
Sometimes it could last the whole month, and sometimes it could last for a couple of days. But
Right.
it's turning out to be a bad August so far.
Yeah.
So
Right.
absolutely no diving time. There is no diving time this month.
Oh man, that's not good. So you have no other operations going, like nothing inland or nothing, you guys?
No, nothing. I'm very focused on the offshore. Yeah, I guess I just can't get my mind into that inland mining.
The digging in the dirt thing.
Yeah, it's I just can't wrap my mind around how I can do the math. Because you move a lot of dirt and you get this much gold. This like
Right.
yeah. So it's just
Gotcha.
too much. Maybe for the big guys like Sean can do it.
Right. So what are you guys doing to occupy your time, man?
I am just hanging out, being a dad.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just taking care of the with my baby boy. So
All right. That's always fun.
Yeah, he's gotten married and had a kid
Wait.
since the last time we've seen him. So congratulations on that.
Yeah, bring us up to speed on this, Chris.
yeah, no, it's so 2 years ago I spontaneously got married in Vegas, and the next thing you know it, we got married, and then after that she got pregnant. So yeah, it kind of move along fast. So I dated this girl for 3 months, and we got married after that. So
Okay. And now, how old your son? Excuse me.
yeah, my son's sleeping right now. So
And how old is he now?
He is now 7.5 months.
Oh, okay. So he's still a little one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's crawling now. He's babbling and breaking up a storm, and so he's a good guy. He's a good. I think he's gonna be a good one.
Really? All right. That's cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
think so.
he'll
Yeah.
be a good miner.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I've been training him to be, I'm trying to teach him young, so because you never know what he can do in the future.
Right. True. So do you want him to follow in your footsteps?
Now that's up to him, to be honest with you.
All
So
right.
I right now I'm just building a future for him. So it's up to him
Yeah.
if he wants to take over or not. But in my motive, if I can inspire him to do this, then I've done my job.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we always want that. We always wish our sons followed in our footsteps. But
Yeah, I mean, as in this day and age, it's getting tougher now. There's not a lot of opportunities out there left.
right.
Everything is fast paced. We're getting to the digital world where, it's just getting fast. So
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah. And what you guys do is unique. It's not for everybody. And
right.
so if you could get your son to follow in your footsteps and carry it on, that's a great thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Really.
yeah,
But if
yeah.
not, well, it's
Yeah,
fair.
it would be nice to see along the way, and how things are getting more digital and all that. I'm hoping like in along the way that you know there'd be he can come up with the latest technology, and
Right.
he can program something in the future like that, or invent something for the offshore industry. So
Sure.
yeah, that'd
Oh,
be cool.
that
Really
would
cool
be
to
fun.
see.
Yes, it would. That would be awesome. Okay, Tyler, what about you? Have you got married too?
No, no, no.
He got divorced.
Still probably divorced. No, no. A lot of things have changed for me. I mean,
No?
yeah, no, not working for Sean anymore.
Oh, really? So
Yeah,
are
working
you
for
working
Chris
with
now.
you with Chris full time?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Well, the first day I came to know him a few years ago, I said that if I ever got put on an inland, I was done. And I got put on an inland, and I was done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So inland isn't for you either.
No, I hate it. Uh, I cannot stand inland mines. Uh, I lost all motivation last season.
Okay.
He doesn't like it because he works every day.
Well, yeah, you work every day, 12 hours a day.
No breaks.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
I was night shift the whole season.
Oh, that kind of sucks. Yeah.
Where's the adventure?
There is no adventure. You dig a hole,
You dig a hole.
keep digging holes. And
now-
but yeah,
Okay, so I did not get to watch the season premiere the other night. So Tyler, you're on the boat with Chris now constantly.
yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Look forward
Yep.
to seeing it then. Yeah.
Yeah. It's also nicer. I mean, now I'll be able to bring my kids up here. There's more time for that.
Right.
When I was working with Sean, that wasn't ever an option. So,
Okay.
because I mean, what are they gonna do? Sit in the house all day while I'm sleeping because I was night shift.
Right.
So as far as like family and everything goes, it's a lot better now
Okay.
than what it was up here. But
Sure.
I mean, nobody wants to come to Nome and be like, "Oh, I'm going to work on an inland." Not there's not a soul out there. It's all about the ocean.
Right.
That's what makes the place unique is the ocean mining that happens offshore from Nome. That's what drives miners here and people here, not inland mining.
Right. If you want to do inland mining, you go somewhere else. Yeah. Agree.
I made it clear the first day I showed up. I was like, if you guys put me inland, I'm done.
Right.
and
they did, and you said, okay, I'm out.
yeah, I gave him the season. I gave him last season. We didn't film last season, so I gave him the season because I was already up here.
Right.
Like I thought I would be going on the Myrtle, but that wasn't the case. So I gave him the season because I was already up here, and then I was at the end of the season. I was like, I flew back to Arizona, and I was sitting there, and I was only supposed to be gone like 2 weeks, and freaking a couple days in, I was like, nah,
Nope, not doing that again. So I
And
got a hold of Chris. What's that?
you always knew you had a spot on Chris's boat, huh?
Oh yeah. Well,
Pretty
we've
much.
been talking about that for years.
Right.
Leaving the matrix.
Well, from last season, it seems like Chris was solo more often than not,
Yeah.
trying to find somebody to go out with him.
Right.
Right. Yeah, no, it was tough back then. I mean, it's hard to find at that point because it's like the business is very nasty, dude. I tell you this, like if you start a offshore dredging business and you because not only you're paying these divers gold percentage, you once they get paid like that, and when you're paying them this kind of money, you expect they're the best. You expect them to be the top notch on your dredge. Because they've been with me for 2 or 3 years. Believe it or not, they still they still lack. They slowed down. Because for me, like it's a big issue because like why hire new divers where they and then they would ride your hours down. Let's just say Peter did 10 ounces in his dive and then John did only 2 ounces,
Right.
and then John gets paid 45% no matter what.
Oh.
Then Peter's already is basically working for that guy, when he's already the captain, putting prospecting, putting everybody on the spot and this and that. And that just that's that right there. That guy is very valuable, and then for the guy just to come in, hey, I'm the badass diver, I deserve 45% this and that, and it gets really tough, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so I just in my sense, well, shit, if I could do it myself and just work on my own, not only I'm gonna get the big cut of the pie, and I know the risk is small because I've been doing this for a long time now. I know how
Right.
my dredge work. I know when to bail out and when not, and what to do. So that year, I saved my season because I dived solo. It was hard for me, but
Right.
I had the energy and the might and strength to do it, and I was doing 8 hours a day
So I have a
myself.
question for you. Obviously, you had a camera guy on there, but they don't know how to they don't help you in any way, do they? They don't know how to monitor your air or nothing.
Nothing. So my producer, he just stays on top. He's just there. No one's on there. He's just filming an empty, comm box. Like no one's in the cabin. It's just basically, he tries his best to tell the audience, hey, there's really no one here on the dredge. I'm just here showing what what he would do when
Mhm.
he's doing this type of thing. So um that's yeah. And I'm glad that I know after that, I realized, I can't be long for forever. I won't have all these energy for a long time. I will slow down and break. It'll probably, you know. So I'm just. What I was gonna say is, I guess the more I grew up, the more I have better understanding that you can't you can't have a person to do it the same way what you want them to do it the same way, right? So you
Yep.
just kind of grow out of it and say, okay, accept what he did, and like just kind of work around what he did, and kind of make it better from
Yeah.
there.
It's
So
it's hard because you want another you is what you want.
correct,
I
yeah,
understand completely. Yeah. But you're never going to find that. So, like you said, we learn to just accept and adapt and go. You know,
yeah.
it is what
It's
it is. Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
It just mind blow me that like wouldn't you be like, oh, I got if I were to find that person and I work with him, I'd be like, heck yeah, this is like a hitting the lottery. I
Yeah.
could I could flourish my life with him. I could build a career with him if I work hard. You know?
Well, maybe you have it right there next to you, right?
Yeah, yeah. Right now, yeah, Tyler. I can see it in him. So
Right.
yeah,
And that's what's cool.
that's very cool about
You
it.
you know how Tyler works, and you've accepted him into your crew, and it's like you know what you got in him. So that's it.
Yeah,
That's a good thing.
yeah, he's still on probation. So
Is he? He has his
yeah,
90-day probation period.
yeah, he got the 90-day probation period. After that, it'd be like, yeah, no,
Yeah,
what? It's good. Yeah,
that's
he's
not
got
going to work out.
Yeah, I mean, nobody really learns in their first year, right? It takes a couple years to like master this
Right.
dredging.
And
Yeah,
now is Tyler, are you going to be diving?
Yeah, I've been diving.
he's tending for now, and
Okay.
Yeah, he
I
does
once in a while I throw him in the water.
Okay. And how do you,
Yeah,
how do you like it, bud? You enjoying it?
Yeah, that's great.
It's not freaking you out or nothing. You're like, this is cool.
No.
What about under the ice crap? You going to do that?
oh,
That's kind of the plan right now. Head back to the house when the season ends and get
Right.
ready.
Yeah. I don't think that would, I don't want none of that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, we can't talk too much about this season or the next season, but we can
Right.
talk a bit about last year.
Well, tell me.
And now they're filming. The Under the Ice came out. If everybody didn't know,
So that's the
so
one that started Friday.
that's the one that started Friday. Yep.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
So that's the Under the Ice from 2 years ago.
I think that's 2 years ago. Other day, no, that's from last year. Sorry,
It is from last season.
yeah,
Okay.
from last season.
I
Yeah,
know it gets confusing sometimes. It seems like they're 2 years behind or something. Yeah.
yeah, no, they're up to date now. I heard so. It's this last season. This premiere. This is the current ice season we have.
And you guys are filming the summer season right now, right?
Yeah,
For
we're filming summer
our
season.
next season's show. Got it. All right.
Oh yeah,
All right. Cool. Good. Good.
yeah,
Good.
yeah. So a lot of good things happening in the winter time. Or in my last winter season was okay. It was
Uh-huh.
it was tough. It was El Nino. As the show. If you can see the show it tells you about the El Nino. We got bad ice that year. It was
Okay.
nasty. Yeah, it was such a big challenge, and watch the show more, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. I can't watch it until after it's over, and then they premiere it on Cinemax because I don't have Discovery. So I
oh
always
yeah, right,
and when it's over, then they'll show it on Cinemax every episode, so I
right.
can binge watch it. You know,
Yeah,
and it's like
yeah.
the last season I watched when you was on Wall Street. You know, and it was like
Yeah.
that was a sweet face streak, wasn't it?
It was, man. It was a very good pay. Everybody enjoyed their time. I mean, the whole 2 months, it was just a pleasure to show up every morning and do your dive, because you just wake up and then knowing that you're about to make 6-7 ounces
Yeah.
that dive. So it's just, and literally the area was so huge, it lasted for 2.
Yeah, you killed it. That was a great season. It was like, wow, Chris hammered it that year.
Yeah, yeah.
He
And for
did.
those who didn't see the episode Friday, when he was saying the ice is bad, what it was is it's like really jagged and everything. It's not smooth ice. It's not easy to track across and drill
Right.
into. And
Okay. See, it sucks. I gotta wait, but then I'll binge watch it.
We appreciate that, and it just gives you a good perspective of what really ice binding is here. It's not a joke, really. It's
Right.
not like not something what an ordinary guy would. Hey, I'm gonna come up to Nome and do some ice mining. He's like, that's
Nope.
doesn't that that's not a that's not a choice.
Nope. Ain't no way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question for Chris, and it's also going to tie in with Tyler too. Uh, when you're under the water, 14, 15 feet down, and you're just minding your own business, just sucking up rock, do you ever have any type of wild sea life come to mess with you, or like if you're in a river and you're dredging and fish goes, oh, look, a roller coaster, and they go down the nozzle and come back. Do you have anything like that, or um, whether it's under the ice or during the summertime? Do they spook you, or
I think we got
Starfish, little
Starfish.
tiny crabs, jellyfish, these big worms. There's like a weird worm thing down there. Those things are weird.
so
No,
nothing like a killer whale or sea lion?
not a whale. I think I have one whale encounterment a long time ago, where I was dredging and I was like at 20 or 28 feet at that time. Anyway, so I was be dredging. It would be nice and sunny afternoon, and you could see the sun beaming through the water, and all of a sudden it got dark, like for like 20 seconds. Like a big shadow just moved right in, like a big shadow, and then for 20 seconds, and all of a sudden, like I look up and all I see is a big silhouette, and it was scary. I thought it was a rock because it looked like a rock,
Right.
but and it's all the texture of the whale and all that. Like, no way, and then I didn't realize this till after, and I was like, "What the hell was that?" And I was and then I realized it's a whale. It was because it the shadow went in for 20 seconds, and it was just big, bright, sunny day again.
That'd
Just
be
like,
crazy. That'd scare the crap out of you.
yeah, yeah.
That's big
But
enough.
other than that, so we have like sometimes occasional seals. They would get really interested in what they hear. The banging of the nozzle like that, and then they can hear the bubbles that you blow out, and then sometimes they would check that out and they would investigate around you, and that's about it. And they show you they'll give you a what do you got say, hey, I'm here. They'll swim in front of you, right? And they'll just like, hey, I'm here, and then they go really fast and they go up to your bubbles and they like to play around the bubbles and they go like this. Whoa.
Well, that's cool.
And I have my 6-inch nozzle ready to point at him. Comes at me, so I'll suck him right up.
So is that what you're running this year? Are you running a 6-inch this year?
No, I'm running an 8.
8. Oh,
Yeah, I've been running 8. So I
gotcha.
tried doing that 10. That 10 is just too much, man.
Too much.
I think having a big dredge and a diver operator dredge, I think it's just too much. You know what I mean? It's a young man's game. I mean, like imagine handling a 14-inch nozzle or a 12-inch nozzle. Do that for 4, 5, 6 hours.
Yeah. On the bottom of the, yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it. Too old.
This one's great.
That's crazy.
Yes, but I think if you have like an 8-inch nozzle,
Yeah.
you can stay longer. You have more horsepower. You can rip through the clay, no problem.
Right.
Stay there for 5, 6 hours, no problem. And yeah, and you're not wore out.
Right. Right. Because
And at the same time, you have the same production ratio as a 8 or a 10.
right.
Which is
Cool.
makes
Right.
a lot of sense.
It does make more sense, especially when you stay down as long as you do. It's a lot of sense. Yeah. So it's just you and Tyler now on your boat. That's it. Just you two.
Me and Tyler this year,
Yeah.
I got a full crew. I got 2 more divers.
Oh,
We
okay.
got a brand new guy
Yeah.
to know him. He's right here. His name's Robert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert.
Robert's right
Yeah,
here. We
hop
got
in,
right.
man.
Yeah.
Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Slide on in here, Robert.
This is the BG mining crew.
Nice. So you got a whole crew now. 4 guys.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it looks like you guys are all decked out in merch there, huh?
Yeah, I see it.
I got them all got all merched out for sure. So
There's merch for sale.
Always, right?
Yeah.
Is there for real? And how can people get the merch if they want it?
I'm still working on that one. I'm just trying to wrap my head around how I can possibly do this. Part of me, I really like to keep it exclusive.
Yeah.
And, but maybe later on when I establish something you know, more stable for what it stands for, BG mining. Right now, BG mining, I'm still building it up.
All right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, let us know when you do.
We'll
We'll
do,
Yeah.
yeah.
be glad to share it with people.
Yeah, just hit me up, Tyler. We'll get it spread around.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Heck
Hey,
yeah.
if I have to come up and work for you just to get one, I'll do it.
There you go.
Trust me, our one of our other co-hosts, Scott Swiftwater, he always says, I need a digging partner. I need a digging partner. And I begged him and told him I'll come dig for you for 3 years. And I went and dug for him.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
would you do the dredge thing, the under? Would you do that?
The ice.
Yeah, I would be willing to
Would
do
you
that.
really? You would?
Yes.
Man, you guys.
That's what I was asking him that question about the mindset of being underwater, and all of a sudden you got some creature coming up to you. And,
And now,
well, it's just
I think the worst part of that job is get into your wetsuit.
oh, really?
Yeah. Just if you can get into your wetsuit in -10 degrees, then I'll be like, yeah, you got my respect.
That's the first test.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You know me.
Yeah, right. You guys. Yeah, you're just all
that
cut
shit
from the same
bugs me at
cloth.
all.
Not
water
me.
dish soap.
Can't
You know,
stand.
a lot of the guys that I work with before, like I always see them like, they always show up underdressed, like, they have this city jacket made for the city life, and I said, "Hey,
Right.
what are you wearing?" Then- and then they would shovel snow for like 5 minutes, and then next thing you know, you see them warming their hands on the front of the
Oh,
heater.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
my
I mean,
hands are.
I can't stand the cold, but I would
No.
use a dress for the cold. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to dress for
I
it.
can't stand the cold, but I use a dress for the cold.
I hate it.
Yeah, no, definitely have to. Yeah, you gotta be prepared when you come work for Chris on the ice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I will keep you out there for 12, 14 hours. If I hear something like this and that, I'd be like, just suck it up.
Oh,
But then
man.
the next day you will learn the hard way.
Oh,
The
sure.
next
You're definitely going to learn.
Suck it
Yeah.
up, Buttercup.
Yeah.
You're going to learn to dress warm. Be
Oh,
ready. Screw that. That's not for
yeah.
me.
Carhartt.
Now, Chris, have you lived there your entire
I
life?
mean, my requirement is so easy. You just gotta show up and do your job properly.
That's usually the biggest part of the job. Show up,
Show up and
do
work.
your job.
You would be surprised.
Show up and
What you
work.
do on what you do on your own time is your own business.
Yeah. Show
Yeah,
up
but
and do what I'm paying you to do. That's
Show up
all
and
I,
work.
that's all I expect. Yeah.
I don't need to text you every morning on when you're gonna show up or nothing.
Right.
You know,
I'm not your alarm clock. You can set your own. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and these guys get it. That's why I like these
that's what's
guys.
cool. Yeah. See, you got a good crew.
Yeah, they got a good crew.
That's what you want. You're lucky. Yeah.
Yeah.
That you got a good
And I'm sure good people's hard to find there, that does that.
that you can depend on and stuff, right?
Yeah, that you can depend on that does it,
I can definitely depend on them, especially they love what they're doing.
Right. That's
It the way their motivation brings me back when I first started.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
They got
And if not, I'm sure they ask, if there's something that they come into that they're not sure about, I'm sure they ask,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I'm teaching them the right way, not trying to pollute their minds with it. So
right.
I get straight to the point on what makes money.
Right.
At this point, like they still think, oh, we need this, we need that. I said, no, we don't need it. Work what you got, because everything. Because once you start a dredge, it gets really expensive. You pay
Right.
your hot water, you pay the welding, the pipes, this yada yada, fuel. Being a dredge owner, that's a lot of stress, and
Right.
I tried to teach them, hey, look, if you can find something that's doesn't need, like, do you really need it to be new, or can you fix it? It's like you want to go out every day spending $120 a dive. That's it. That's what you want to spend every day. You don't want to go out there spending more than that,
Right.
because you want to maximize your efficiency. And a lot of these dredgers out here, they coming up with big dredges, and then they're putting 600 horsepower in there, and they're putting
Right.
enormous, unnecessary, to a point where I want to start selling fuel, you know what I mean? Because,
Right.
I want to,
especially right now.
like, these guys are building, you should,
There is some massive boats in the
yeah,
fuel
you should
market
come
right
to
now.
Nome right now, and you'd be like, as a fuel tycoon, you would have been like, yeah, boys, keep it up, big motors, big this, like
You want
they
to be
think,
able to have a profit at the end of the day.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you want to be able to have a
Right.
profit coming in to be able to go out the next day and not have
absolutely,
to keep forking out stuff every day just to make
yeah.
Yeah, these are like full size ships that came in here this year that are mining rigs.
Really?
So to put that in perspective, right? When you see the Myrtle, right,
Hmm.
big operation, right? But if you put that in perspective, I'm actually making more money than the Myrtle.
Sure.
Due to overhead.
It's just, I don't have crew. I don't have, overhead. I don't have, well, my overhead is almost nothing.
Hmm.
And the resources are well spent, but the Myrtle, they just get the gold, spend the gold, and little pay to the owners. Like, what the hell? What kind of operation is that? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, in other words, it's, you gotta have a common sense when you're starting a big operations. Like, yeah, because you don't want to waste the resources,
Sure.
what you get off the ground, because once you mine it, it's gone.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So you're 100, you're $120 a day you spend. That's basically your food and fuel for the day.
Fuel for the day. That's it. I burn 7 gallons of diesel. Our diesel's like, that's what, $5.30
Okay.
a gallon. So yeah, I picked that 7 gallons I burn. Boom, done.
Nice.
Matter of fact, the Tata carries about 400 gallons, so I just ordered 400 gallons, because the more you order, the you get exclusive rates for.
Right. They come down on the price a little bit. Sure.
Yeah. So I buy
Cool.
400
Thanks, bud.
gallons. I get 4 cleanouts, so I'm winning.
Oh, yeah. Smart. All right. So I bet so every year, like at the beginning of the season, is there like a bunch of fresh people that show up there looking for jobs, saying they could dive and they could do everything you need?
Oh yeah, every yeah,
Oh,
every
yeah.
day.
Oh, really? Every day?
It's like there you'd be surprised. Like, there would be professional people from oil industry. They have certificates in this and that, like a master this, master that. It's like, it doesn't matter, dude.
The problem is they're not teachable.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Good point, Tyler. Yeah.
Who's teachable?
Yeah. So what was Robert? Is that right? Did I get it right, Robert? So what was your experience when you come?
It's your background. Right?
Was that?
What was your experience when you came up to Nome?
It was slow going at first because I was on a different dredge, and for the first month, which is the good month, I spent the whole time building this ladder dredge, and different circumstances came about, and we weren't really able to make any money off of it. So I was fortunate to meet up with Tyler, and he got me in contact with Chris, and really is just working as hard as I can. For anybody who's planning to come out to Nome, you need to be willing to work, put in the time. Just, I mean, you can't be lazy up here at all.
Right.
Even when you can't mine, you need to be getting an extra job, 2 jobs, just filling that time with either doing beach mining,
Mm-hmm.
working in the community, volunteering, because the community out here in Nome is very kind. and they'll help you out as much as possible. But you've got to be able to show that you're worth the community investing in you, you
Right.
know. For example, I also do the volunteering at the VFW here in Nome.
Oh, nice.
Peggy and Jeff, they're very kind people. And once you make these connections, you start to have a lot better time in Nome, and they'll take you under their wing and kind of give you a hand. They'll give you advice on what to do, what not to do.
Mhm.
Um,
Cool.
yeah, the key out here is to work really hard,
Just be a hard
and if
worker.
you do that, it'll pay off.
A good person and a hard worker. I'm sure that goes a long ways. Yeah. So you probably got to work harder there than you ever work in your life.
You know, I give him a lot of props. Actually, he's very resourceful. He's like one of the new guys that I hired recently, and he's already resourceful. He actually has a side job.
Mhm.
Even have days like this where we're not mining.
Mhm.
Most of my guys would leave right now. They'd be like, "Man, we're not working. We're
Right.
just I'm buying my ticket. I'm going home." This okay, dude, done. But this guy, he got side jobs. He's making money. He's like, he don't, that to me is like that's a valuable asset right
Oh
there.
yeah. You're
Someone that can survive even downtime.
You know, that's really funny that how you say that. My name is Robert too. And when I work with Scott, when our downtimes is when we're not out on the claim digging, I'm working for somebody else in town doing odd jobs for them. So that's just
trying to relate to him. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that is just total. That is hilarious, and Scott will tell you that too.
It's craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the way to be. Yep. So how long have you been in Nome, Robert? How many years?
This is my first season.
Oh, it's your
I got
first
here,
season. Okay.
yeah, I got here June 2nd, and yeah, it's just been busy, busy, busy.
All right. And where are you from originally?
I'm originally from a cattle ranch out in Chickasha, Oklahoma.
Oh, wow. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
what made you want to come to Nome and become a gold miner?
All right. Well, my old man, he enjoys hobby prospecting. Me and him, we would go out to Colorado every now and then,
Uh-huh.
and we would prospect and camp. Well, uh, he fell off a ladder and he shattered one of his vertebrae. So I came back to the cattle ranch to take care of him, take care of the ranch. And while I was there doing that, I was talking to him on the porch and just mentioning to him about wanting to go on adventures. Because I missed my time in the Marine Corps traveling around. So I was kind of wanting some travel. He mentioned to me, well, why don't you go to Nome, Alaska and go gold dredging in the Bering Sea?
Wow.
And yeah, it's like, well, that sounds like one hell of an adventure. So that's what I did. Once his back was all healed up, doctor said he was 100%. I came out here to Nome, Alaska.
Kudos, man. Good job. That's awesome. Following your dream, I guess,
Yeah.
Well, you wanted an adventure. I think you found it.
Oh yeah.
Especially with
But
these guys, right, Chris?
Yeah, I think he's in the right direction too. Yeah, he's in good hands.
That's cool.
He
Yeah.
could be working. He could be working for the other dredges and learn nothing. But here, this is it. Yeah, I
There
teach
you
him
go.
from how to prospect, how to produce every day, all that.
That's
The
cool.
best way to come to
Yeah.
Nome, right, is even if you know how to dive and stuff, just come here and say you don't know anything.
No,
Yeah, pretend you don't know nothing.
Turn the light bulb off.
you're probably right.
Let the light bulb get filled.
Yeah.
yeah,
No, you're probably right because, like Chris said and you said about the unteachable thing, it's like
Yeah, we see it all the time. Is people that come up and think they know the world,
sure.
and then they head back home.
But they haven't done what you guys are doing. That's the biggest part.
Yeah,
You,
that's the biggest thing.
you
No
don't
one's coming up to
don't
one of the
know. Yeah.
northern towns in the world.
Has Robert been under the water yet?
Has he been in the water? Yeah, I think he's been. Yeah, he's been on the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
I try to keep. Yeah, like I said, like I want these guys to get knowed up, and I'm running a full crew this year, so everybody's getting their dives in. So
Right.
that's my plan. Yeah.
So you just working 12 hours a day, or are you running all 24
Right now we're working 22 hours every day.
22 hours? Okay.
Yeah, we're averaging at least 14 hours in the sluice box, 14 to 16 hours.
Wow. Okay. So you guys are definitely getting in some time.
What
Yeah.
time is it getting dark there now?
Right now, this time it starts to get dark at 9, 11 or something. 11.
I think it's around 11.
Yeah, 11 o'clock and gets pitch dark
I
now.
quit paying attention, honestly.
Yeah.
So the peakest daylight we get is from back in June 22nd, right? That's the peakest of the peak, and then after that it starts to dim down,
Mhm.
and we about 5 to 7 minutes every day. And
Gotcha.
so, and then okay, during that time, the peakest time, we only get 2 hours of daylight.
Oh, wow.
Well, now we only got what?
We're gonna
Yeah,
start going
like-
real dark here real quick.
It gets pretty dark now.
Yeah, we're dark for a few hours now.
Midnight gets pretty dark now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Northern lights are gonna start coming out. It's starting to get cold.
Yeah, now you're talking like that. Now you give and it's now I can feel the end is coming now.
The end is close.
It's getting cold. Water's getting murky.
What's the temperature down there right now?
50s. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it
not bad.
depends on the day, really.
High 40s, 50s right now.
I gotcha. Yeah, it's definitely dropping. It's kind of sucks though. It's August and it's already getting cold. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
at this point, it's we'll play catch up.
Right.
Whatever, anything.
Yeah, 2.5 months left.
Gotcha. And
But one of the things that I thought was interesting when I first got here that you don't think about is you'll be here for a month solid and you will never see the night sky, and it's a bit odd.
Yeah, it would be.
It's kind of from being where you see the night sky every day of your life,
Yeah.
and then you go.
You know how cool it is walking out of the bar at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
Daylight.
right.
You're like,
So
yeah,
It would be weird. Yeah.
it's daylight. Let's go.
Yeah. It would be odd, but like you said, when you come from a place that gets dark at 9 o'clock,
Yeah.
and the sun don't come up till 7, to where it's daylight almost all the time, it would be strange. It would take some getting used to for sure. Yeah. But you would think, oh, you'll get a lot done because there's a lot of daylight. Yeah.
Right. And then the night comes.
You
and
do
then
get a
it's
lot
like,
of things done.
Yeah. Oh, I bet you guys do. And it's probably nicer for those 22-hour dive shifts when it's daylight all the time.
oh,
Yeah.
it's way better for the night shift guys when it's daylight.
Right? I wouldn't want to be on the night shift, guys, diving out there in the nighttime. That would be brutal.
Hey, that was my first shift when I first started the job.
Really?
I got the night shift.
Yeah.
I think being underwater at night with
Pitch-
the lights on and
Pitch
seeing
black. Right?
glowing eyes back at you.
Yeah, it's scary. Like,
It
yeah,
would.
you don't know what's behind you either. So
Right? Yeah.
I get that feeling every time when I'm out at the beach at night, metal detecting. Yeah, we get stingrays that come floating around. You'll see them with their eyes will tell you they're there, but you just don't know.
I don't think I'd go swimming at night, much less diving underwater for 8 hours. Yeah. No. You're paying me how much?
Would you still dive at night if you're making 2 ounces per hour?
I still don't think that would be enough. Yeah.
You-
Oh, damn.
Diving
Yeah.
at night, it isn't that bad. It isn't that bad diving at night because you're so focused on what you're doing. You
Right.
don't even realize it's night. You've got
That's
your
true.
light on and you're just focused on your little area.
Unless you look up and then
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah. Yeah, you're like in the abyss. It's like, no. Maybe if you
Yeah.
started out in like 4 feet of water at dark and get used to it that way, maybe then I could
"Yeah, I'm a
adapt to
permateaser, just still
deeper
around."
water. But
Yeah.
other than that, nah. No, hats off to you guys, man. It's like that's definitely not for everybody. You know? No way. There's
It
my
is. It does take, if you're used to diving, it does take a little bit of time to get used to the full face mask, though.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's something completely different.
Yeah, that's one of your first time wearing a full
Oh
face.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't you have problems with it sealing because of the beard?
No,
Oh,
not at
no?
all. I never had that issue.
Oh shit, yeah.
I know a lot of
Yeah.
people say they do. They have issues with it sealing if they
His,
have a
his
beard.
his beard is hermetically sealed.
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't know what I just said, but it's
It sounded good.
But one thing that happened to me is I was down there dredging, and it was night, and I wasn't paying attention. Jellyfish just right on my face. It just
Came out of
yeah.
nowhere,
like, what was that?
like out of the movie Alien. Yeah, see that?
yeah.
Bro, it sucked those things up.
Do you shoot them
Yeah.
through the
I
box?
ate
Suck him up.
Yeah,
them.
they can't sting through your suit though, can they?
Oh, they could.
Oh,
yeah,
they can?
so like I wear
Yeah.
just a slip-on mask.
Yeah.
So sometimes they'll drag across the back of my neck and what
Ah.
heck is getting
Well, see, there's this scenarios too where you have your hot water, you pump hot water through your wetsuit,
Right.
and then depending on where you put your bilge pump or your pump that pumps that wet, sometimes you get swarm of jellyfish will get sucked up into the intake and gets mushed up, and then you get the toxic tentacles, and they just sting the hell out of you once it
Oh,
gets to
hey.
and then your butt gets itchy when you come up. Why is it so itchy? It's like, well, yeah, because you got jellyfish
You got
particles.
jellyfish stingers in your suit.
Yeah, so that could happen.
Yeah. Oh, it hasn't happened to these guys yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
No,
No.
I've just been getting them on my neck.
These guys they started now, so it was all modernized. We have screens now to prevent.
Oh, okay. So that can't happen.
This is like glory days running straight from a motor that the hot water heater and just plop, 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 right in your shit.
Right. So you guys got into this at a better time in life when
It
things
is
Yeah.
things
But then
got-
again, it's a better time. But then again, it's a bad time for the prospect goal.
right.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you're liking the price of gold right now, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
God bless us. $2,500
Right.
bucks an ounce.
Right. I mean, that's a
Almost
great thing.
$1,000 more than when I first showed up to know.
Sure.
Per ounce. That means per ounce we get is times 2.
Right.
So if we're making an ounce an hour, that means we're making 2 ounces an hour.
Yeah, I mean, that's great news for you guys. I mean, I'm glad for you. That's really cool. And we still always hope to see it go up even more.
I hope.
But with the
We
pricing,
can just get it to teeter right around about 6,000, 6,500.
yeah, but also with the price increase, I'm sure, like you said, it brings in those bigger, entities like these big corporations and stuff like that, right?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And are they like trying to push you guys out? Or
Their
Yeah.
boats are.
I
They
think
the
that's what they're
boats.
trying to do now. It's like they're pumping up the dollar value so that we sell our gold. So
Right.
and then, and that if once we sell our gold, that's the time we get weak. You know what I mean?
right.
With the price of gold, have you noticed an increase of new people showing up? Is there more people
That's
than
what all
usual?
these big boats are. I mean, they
Oh,
are.
I mean, like not like
Yes.
just new, just not people like huge boats, but just like new people, first timers want to come try it.
For green.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
some new dredges up here. Just ready to
Now,
smoke.
now, can you attribute that to from them seeing the TV show? Because
Wait, what?
at the very end they give a disclaimer. It's not
Right.
a quick, that type of scheme. it's dangerous and stuff like that. Do people
Yeah, no,
say when they show up, yeah, I seen this TV show. I came up here to mine because it's a TV show.
yeah, no, you know what? It's like it's surprising when you ask these people if they seen the show yet or not, and you'd be surprised that they haven't seen the show.
What?
Wow.
The show's actually not popular.
Yeah, that was my case. I had never seen the show until my dad mentioned going to Nome, Alaska, and he said, "Watch a season of this." So I watched a season of the show. Came up here. Yeah, I came up for the adventure. So
And didn't really know a whole lot about it, about the shows, right?
no, I didn't know anything about offshore gold dredging. I just did a little bit of diving in Florida, but that was minimal at best.
Right.
So I was a blank slate when I got up here.
You know,
Right.
it's nice the adventure up here.
Yeah.
'Cause you got all these TikTokers and them fancy people that just drive around the states, go to the same exact spot and take a photo as everyone else, and then they post it for millions of views.
Sure.
There's like 30 of us diving in the Bering Sea.
Right. I mean, it's
That's the real adventure.
it is.
Right.
I mean, like I said, way to go, guys. I think it's awesome, but I don't see. I thought everybody's seen the show, especially anybody that's into any mining or everything. It's hard to believe you think it's not popular. I would think it is. Yeah.
Oh, the show's super popular.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it wasn't. I was like, oh,
Yeah, I think it's like the town. They just all know everybody. Like, it's not like, oh, wow, there's, Sean Pomeranke or Chris McCulley.
oh, in that sense. Okay, I got
Yeah, yeah. So nobody really cares for the show in
you. Right.
town.
They're like, oh, hey, there's Tyler. Oh, there's Chris. Hey, guys. Yeah.
It's like
got
it's just like all day.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Chris.
Yeah. They see you every
But
day.
I did see some a little bit of newcomers came in. I noticed that there's more small dredges that are in now. Like for instance, there's like 4 new 6-inch dredge out there.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, 4 of them right now. And actually 2 of them when it came up to me if they wanted access to the claims, and I have both of them there right now, or they got access to the claim. So
Right.
yeah, we still got people come and go, but you give them 2 years, 3 years, they're gone.
Right. So are most of the new ones that are coming up, are they just buying dredges that are already there, or are they just
Correct.
dipping
Yeah.
everything? So they're just buying ones that other people have gave up. And
Yeah, some of them are getting re-outfitted,
Exactly.
new cabins, new motors.
Yeah, exactly. The ones that come up here had those big dreams, and then
right.
it get broken, and they say, "Okay, I'm out."
Done.
And
I'm
they
selling it.
sell it to the next person. They try it, sell it to the next person. Yada yada.
Yep.
The cycle continues.
Yeah, we watched that
Continues.
with one of the little dredges in port. I've never seen a dredge sell twice so fast in my life.
What was it, Tyler?
One of the little dredges in the port. Someone bought a dredge right before the season started, and then by like June 10th, it was already sold to another.
That was a quick turnover.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said they fizzle out. You know what I mean? They get so like.
Usually they try and
They
hold
fizzle
off
out.
for as long as they can, and then they fizzle out. But that was just an immediate
Right.
fizzle.
Yeah, that
Done.
was a very quick fizzle. Man.
I think
Gee.
last time we were on the show, we were talking about like how Nome has a whole line of dredges over there that are just failures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, there's actually people here would spend $2 million and they still haven't break past 20 ounces.
Really?
like when I used to pick up like new guys at the airport and stuff, I used to take them over there first, and I'd be like, that could be you.
Right?
Could be
It's like
this idea.
the land time for God or something over there. Broken Dreams Alley. Yeah.
It's a Broken Dreams Yard.
Yeah, that's terrible. And
Yeah.
the newbies come in, buy these dredges, try it out. Either
Uh-huh.
they make it or they don't. So when
I've
they
actually,
go ahead, Chris.
sorry, yeah, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you, but yeah, no, this it's real. The broken dream is real. You can see a lot of money got poured in.
Hmm.
That's about it.
And that's it. Yeah. So
Got
when they
nothing.
do come up and do that though, like guy comes up, I bought a dredge, I'm gonna go dredging. They they just mostly dredge on the public access areas.
Yeah, in the rec area right now, that's where all the access is. Because
Right.
yeah, if you started 25 years ago, it was free for all.
Right.
And no, we didn't have claims back then. We didn't
Sure.
have. There was no boundary. There was no territories.
Right.
We would just drop our anchor, bow, boom, boom. We would get 10 ounces in one dive, boom, boom.
Oh.
Next guy gets another 10, and that's where. And then the only time that this border happens is when you have when the word got spread out.
Yeah.
You know, and say what that guy's doing. He's dredging for gold, and then next thing you know, there's three dredges came out. And then in the next month, there's four dredges more that came out on the water. So you have this crowd going on now. And then some guy, some smart guy, I guess my dad was one of them, and this his other partner had decided to write a letter to the uh, to the company that owns this offshore claims, right? And it belongs to the Exxon Mobil, drilling expedition for the government, yada. And then, long story short, they wrote the letter back and say, "Hey, look, guys, we have no business. We don't like this near shore claims. As a matter of fact, it would cost them more money to hire somebody to, oversee the operation, who's on these claims, yada yada."
Mhm.
So in order for them to just make this simple, they sold this whole strip of ocean for $150.
Oh wow.
They own from Nome River all the way to Penny River. They own all that. My dad owned
Wow.
used that. Yeah, it was yeah. And then fast forward through time, the state step, they dip their toes in and say, "Hey, look, and you got all these claims, even though the state didn't have any interest back in the day.
Right.
They start having interest when we start hearing, oh, we're getting hundreds and hundreds of gold ounces of gold, right? They're like, oh no, whoa, 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 here comes the state and say, hey, look, they made the bogus rule. Look, you have this much claims. You're not, what do they call it? You're not efficiently mining it, so we have to seize half of it.
Oh wow.
So and my dad didn't knew the rules at the time, and so he just went with it. So they gave him a chance. They gave him an opportunity to cherry pick the good ones, and the rest gets given up to the state.
Oh wow.
And what he didn't know after the state got half of that, what we didn't know is they started the auction. They honeycombed everything, bam, 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 boom, boom, boom.
Hmm.
Guess thing you know what? The state had the offshore claim auction. And that's where thing got really weird, It's like, wow, we didn't know that was gonna happen, and just kind of got fucked over with that.
Sure.
And yeah, and just thing got nasty from there. And so yeah, but that was the history of it. Yeah, we used to own
Great.
all that. Now it's just now we only have the two biggest claims to know now.
Wow.
Sean is our newest partner.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Now, how big are your claims, and on average, how deep are you diving?
So the big claims we got, they're 1 mile uh parcels. They're about 1 mile long, about quarter mile out, and they go up to 40, 50 feet. Well, 44 is the deepest. And yeah, it's 1 mile and right here by the jetty, and then the Tom Cod that Sean is partner with.
Cool.
How many acres or hectares are they?
How do I say that? How much is an acre is 1 mile by quarter mile?
Is that what it is?
It's big.
Has
big.
anybody
It's a lot of acres.
A mile's a lot of water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We're prospectors, not mathematicians.
Yeah.
Yeah. Me either. I failed grade 7 math.
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
question yet, Tim?
No, we did not ask your question. We saved that.
All right, guys, for the three of you there, what's the scariest moment you ever had? Whether it's onshore, digging or whatever, or diving, what's the scariest moment you ever had?
Oh yeah, I got this one in the bag. It happened this year, but it's not part of the film, so I'm good to talk about it. So when the waves come in, right? If you're diving kind of shallow and the waves come in, it'll start pulling the boat and it'll jerk the nozzle. Well, it jerked the nozzle back between my legs, and there was this big rock. This dredge has a lot of suction, so big rock coming in. I'm like, oh, so I grab it. Well, then it pulled the nozzle forward and it pinched. I still got the scar actually, but it pinched this hand into the nozzle like this, and then it caught my pinky finger, and then so I was stuck. Well, then it jerked back again, and it caught the mask and started pulling my mask off my face, and I was like, oh. That's when I was yelling at you. I was like, idle down. Died down here.
No, that's a good one. Holy cow. Yeah, that wasn't a good at all.
Nothing I could do about it. I was just trying to grab the rock, but what I wasn't ready for was that nozzle sliding back through my legs towards that rock, and it just caught everything up wrong.
Yeah, thank God you had the intercoms, where you could tell them
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine if
there was probably a glory day here where they didn't have comms.
Right. Imagine then you'd been screwed. So,
What,
Yeah.
what about the other scary moments?
Other
No.
scary. Have you had any scary moments? No,
I haven't had anything yet.
Yeah, he's still pretty new.
I'm pretty new. I haven't had anything quite scary yet.
Yeah, I think I've got a few scary moments under the water, but the most memorable ones was
It could even be running into a bear.
no, it's I had this new tender I hired. I told him he was okay. And but he just having a hard time. It was hard. He basically had a hard time understanding the instructions that I'm giving him. Anyway, so you know how the jet log we have there. You have a jet log, and then you have the hose you attach to it. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I have that in the water, and my hose and jet log came apart, and I'm trying to reconnect that underwater, and I guess I was underwater when the hose came out, and so basically my jet log was open. It was just sucking up. My umbilical's in the way, and then my umbilical somehow got sucked in there, and it was freaky because like I would have no air. It felt like it was a freeze up almost, like my regulator froze,
Mhm.
and then I guess when I don't know, somehow it gets kinked and not kinked, that's where I can get air supplies. And that's when I start, what the hell is going on? So I start heading back. And as I head back, my umbilical was getting shorter and shorter. And then as I get closer to the umbilical or to the jet log, my hose is not even attached, and the throttle was, it was all the way up. So he's just like, I'm risking my face, my hand gets in there, my umbilical is halfway in there,
geez.
and the air is cutting out intermittently, and it's somehow I didn't have comms at the time.
Oh,
No
okay.
comms. Yeah, we were like new, like old divers, and so basically, yeah, I was able to pull my umbilical out a little bit, and I just quickly shut right up to the water because I wanted to avoid that. Yeah, and yeah, I came up and then my tender he didn't know what happened. He said, "What happened?" And I was like, nothing. The hose fell down and my umbilical was all sucked up in the jet. And
Up in it. Jesus.
yeah, so
Doesn't
yeah,
doesn't take long to panic, does it?
yeah, no, I try. I held my panic real good that day. Yeah, yeah,
Good.
That's
it was
still
really
scary though. That would be rough.
scary.
Right.
Yeah, especially with your air being cut off. Yeah.
Tyler, and your mom's in here, and she was waiting for you to tell that scariest moment because she says you never tell her any of that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No.
don't even tell
She's
me.
in
She
chat.
does enough. She dealt with it enough for the army. Yeah, she doesn't
I
do
think
it
that's
anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, she said he's a total adrenaline junkie, so nothing surprises me. Just roll with it.
Yeah, exactly. In his gene. Yeah.
I thought it was something interesting. I don't know if y'all got like stuff you find, but since I've been diving up here, I found a solid axle and an engine block out there. I'm just working on the whole vehicle.
They're pretty
A
common.
little checklist till I find the whole
Oh,
vehicle.
they are common. So those are vehicles that go through the ice.
That, wire wheels, cutting wheels.
Yeah, you'd be surprised what you find down there. I found a Rolex watch one day.
What?
Yeah, it's all busted up though. It was all busted. I sold it.
Dude, a busted Rolex.
Yeah.
Rolex is still money.
No worth money. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it had gold in it. You know,
Right.
That must have been one of them fancy miners.
It
Yeah.
must have been. Yeah. Yeah. Because, right.
Oh, I got my check.
Well, it's like you got to put it in perspective too. Nome burned down 3 times. So
Oh, I lost a little pocket watch thing at the beginning of the season.
yeah.
I found a little pocket watch thing way out on East,
Uh-huh.
and I put it in my boot. And then when I got up to the dredge, it was gone.
Oh, man.
But it was like a 1800s pocket watch.
Oh, wow. That would have been a cool find. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, have you guys ever found anything strange while you're dredging where you had to actually leave it down there because it's too big, or shipwrecks,
yeah.
or
I once found a femur bone.
Oh.
And then one time I shit you not, right? When I'm dredging, I thought one day I sucked up a pelvic bone, you know, because they had those socket, you know, where
Yeah.
his leg was
Yeah.
in, you see it, and you know, I didn't know what it was, but it looks real different, and I just sucked it up, and it just 5 seconds later was that a pelvic bone? But and then next thing you know, just 10 foot from that area I'm dredging, I saw a femur bone like this long.
Oh, wow.
And it could be a walrus bone, you know, because some native told me it's a walrus bone. So, but it looked like, you know, like, yeah, I'll go get you.
Hey, that's strange.
Yeah, it's strange.
What about you guys? Tyler, anything strange?
Nothing
yet?
Nothing too weird yet.
Yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it though.
And Robert, you said you had nothing really scary, not even when you was up in Colorado or wherever it was on that ranch, nothing.
No, nothing particularly scary. I've never had any sort of issues like that, but finding that engine block down there was pretty interesting because it was during a night dive when I was doing it, and I was walking through and I was dragging the hose, and I actually tripped over it. When I stood back up, it's a 3-cylinder engine block.
Like, what the hell's an engine?
There it is.
block
So I'm
doing down
like, okay.
It's probably someone's anchor.
there?
Yeah.
I've been seeing some weird anchors.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. Oh, just pieced together. Anchors are getting expensive.
That's crazy.
I
Yeah.
think you're probably right.
Oh, definitely.
Do you guys have a lot of issues with any claim jumpers or anything like that?
Yeah, but it's really hard to enforce it. So you can call BLM and everything or whoever out here deals with state troopers, but there's nobody really authority wise in Nome or that wants to fly to Nome to come enforce it.
Right.
So there's not really a whole lot you can do. You can be like, get off my claim. And then the ocean's really hard. So it's not like being on land, right? So on land you got claim markers.
Right.
Well, there's no claim markers on the ocean. So I mean, say you're bordering the edge of a claim, and if you got 50 feet of hose and you're following a pastry, you're never gonna know that you're on top of the
Right.
claim.
Right. It's just true.
So as far as enforcing like claim jumpers, it is super, super hard up here to enforce stuff with claim jumpers. And some of the times they don't even know they're claim jumping because there's no markers.
Right.
Yeah.
That
You
makes-
could stop the boat and start the anchoring process, and in that time you could, the ocean could shift you onto another person's claim, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'm still good. Like
right.
can't tell. It's not like, oh yeah,
No,
you know.
it all looks the same. It's water.
Yeah, water.
Yeah, we've seen it in previous seasons where they start in the summer where they start swinging their excavator arms at each other, having little battles because they're
Yeah,
getting
well,
too
that's-
close to each other.
That
Oh,
was
yeah,
they were both on the same claim. They wasn't claim jumping. What it was is there's like a unwritten rule of the ocean, right? That if you're on a spot, don't come close.
Right.
So, and you always try and kind of stay away from other dredges or other excavated barges, or boats kind of keep their distance.
Sure.
What was happening there is,
I got here first.
yeah, the Rose was on a really good spot. Then the Rose went in for maintenance, and then I don't know if it was the mistress or the AE grabber at the time. They jumped in, and then Rose came back and went ahead of them, and then they just got close. And then it's not like a suction dredge, you can't really have two divers fighting underwater.
Battle Royale.
Not with that attitude.
But no, the excavators, yeah, they went to swinging.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just,
You guys seen that part where Sean got pushed in the water?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was wild.
That was
Yeah,
crazy.
that was overall that stuff. That was brewing for a bit.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was.
They're besties now, though.
Oh, are
Yeah,
they?
and a lot of people thought that was scripted, but it was totally real.
No, yeah, that part was real. That whole beef right there, that was real.
Yeah, when it comes to the show, we're not a scripted show.
Right.
So everything,
Yeah, no scripts.
yeah, everything on the
They,
show.
they think we have plans throughout the day. It's like, well,
Right.
guess what? We do plan it. We do plan our day, but the plan doesn't go exactly as we plan.
Yeah,
So we just adapt to it.
like no one's gonna blow up their own engine for the TV.
Yeah. That wouldn't make much sense. Well, I guess it's good that they kind of got that beef in the past then. Yeah. Right. Kind of makes
Yeah,
it. Probably.
they burned the hatchet. I think so. I think they're good now.
That's cool.
I haven't heard anything about it in a couple of years.
Oh, good. Yeah. That's good. Definitely. I'm
And
sure.
we'll go kind of minding our own business, just paying attention to our
But
own
yeah,
crews.
Right.
if they no, actually it's like if you see the episode this Friday, Sean is actually doing the inland now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
I watched it myself. I'm quite surprised that he's like, to me what I hear from what he's saying, he's like he wanted to transition to the inland mining, but I'm not sure.
Right. Interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh.
But yeah, I mean, we got some things happening. I'm gonna try and get the kiddos out here next season for part of the summer.
Now, Tyler, you're just down there so many months a year and then you go back.
Well, I was just out here all the
Right.
time, just living out here, and then
Snowbird.
but I was here through the winter too.
Oh,
But
yeah,
then
yeah.
it's like, yeah, that's the first time we came on the show. And then no, I mean the kids are getting older. They need me around more.
Right.
Matthew, Madeline, they're getting bigger, and now they're to a point where they're like, which is part of like me also leaving Sean. That's the biggest reason. It's like now, so I'm getting everything set up this summer for next year, where I'll be able to be like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna bring them up because you can't dredge every day. So like, it wouldn't be June. June's our best month, but July is a real shady month for dredging. So next year, get the kids out. You know, Ocean needs friends. He's getting bigger now too. So I'll get the kids up here for a month or two, take them out.
Oh, they'll love it.
Yeah.
He's referring to
Awesome.
Yeah. Little Ocean's right there. He just woke up.
And we know, Chris, you're down there always. You live there. Right?
Yeah.
And Robert, what about you? You going back home in a couple months or?
Yeah, in a couple months, I'll probably head back to the ranch and then come back down. If Chris wants me for ice mining,
Oh,
I'll
okay.
come for winter. So we'll just see what happens.
You're for ice mining.
Ice mining. It's gonna be good this year.
You're hired.
Fired.
There you go.
Not fired. No, you're hired.
Now, David Villa in the chat asks, what happened to Sean's giant dredge machine? Any news about that?
It's right now he has no plans for
That
the
mega
machine. Yeah, he has no
Yeah.
plans.
Yeah. So right now, it doesn't look like he's gonna be doing much ocean stuff.
It's another broken dream.
Everyone, the problem is you got to go deeper nowadays. Everything's deep. So, and if you're a diver wanting to come to Nome, if you're not on a little dredge, and you're not diving shallow, the gold's really played out the shallower you go. So if you're a diver and you're looking to come to Nome, and I guess this kind of falls in on new people coming to Nome.
Right.
So you gotta be ready for these bigger boats, like the Tata, the Synergy, the High Noon, these bigger dive operations. The days of 30 below is over.
Really?
Every now and then you can hit a pocket, but the days of 30 below are over.
Wow.
And so now you're going, I think me and Chris's deepest dive this season is like 40 feet.
Oh, okay.
So you gotta be able to dive deep, and there is safety stops now. So learn your table, and then you got to be able to chase a pace streak. So if you're not on gold, for 30 minutes, you lost 30 minutes with the gold for yourself and your crew.
Right.
So
You guys ever have any issues with sharks or whales or
Sharks.
there's salmon sharks up here, but they've never been a problem.
Oh.
Not like
I mean, I think the megalodons out here, personally, I think it's lurking.
Megalodon.
Megalodon.
What I've seen,
Bruce Willis might come up here for that.
Right?
what I've also seen, even though this is my
What was
first
that?
season-
Jason Statham.
Yeah, but like what I was saying is this is my first season, but I've seen people they come up here, they can't dive, they can't do it. Maybe it's the full face mask,
It
the
breaks
added weight, the hose.
Right.
They get in the water and they
Yeah,
can't
there's really
do
only
it.
like a 10% success rate with divers out here.
Huh.
90% will end up going home.
They come, they try it, they can't cut it, they leave. Right.
Yeah.
Some just freak out in the water.
Or they're a problem on the boat. You get divers that just want to dive, and they, even if you don't even if you don't know mechanics, right? As long as you're willing to learn the basics, that's really good enough for a dredge. Like, oh, there's an air compressor's not running right. Check the oil.
Mhm.
Or like one of the
Spark
biggest
plugs.
things here is spark plugs. We go through a ton of spark plugs.
Right.
And you have some guys that'll just bring the boat in, if the bosses aren't around. They'll just be like, oh, things messed up, coming in. It's broke.
And all it is a spark plug.
Yeah, I mean, we go through a lot of spark plugs.
Oh. Yeah.
Bering Sea's not nice to spark.
Yeah. So to answer that question, that what happened to Sean the big barge? Yeah, basically back to my point, beginning of this podcast is you got to be careful what kind of project you're bringing up here.
Right.
That big barge right there, and not only it's already, Coast Guard, it requires Coast Guard regulations because it's over 80-foot long.
And pass it.
You require a load line. You got to pass the load line. You got to get an engineer. You got to get your first mate. You got to get your 100-ton ticket. You got to get a towboat. They say you got to make sure you're okay with the port or with the harbor master with all that. So
Wow.
basically, this thing is just, yeah, it's just a big elephant.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good dream, right? It's a good
Yeah.
dream. We're gonna go big, go crush it, but
Yeah.
it's not the reality that we're
The-
trying to pursue.
Even the 100-ton captain's license is hard to get. It takes, I think it's like 1,400 hours or something
Oh,
from a captain, like logging your hours on a boat like that to.
I think it'll be a good what do you call it, gravel barge.
Yeah.
End of the day.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to become, as a gravel barge.
Yeah, just haul gravel, make millions.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I guess you could do that. Right.
And I mean, we got the port expansion coming up. There's a lot of massive projects coming up in Nome right now. Nome's expanding.
Really?
Oh yeah, the port's going to go out another 2 miles.
Okay.
It's kind of gonna it's gonna screw us going west for dredging, because it goes out and then it hard banks to the east, and then it's going out that way.
Oh wow.
And then the claims up in front of town, they're going to be lost, because that's where the cruise ships are going to be able to dock into now.
Oh.
But yeah, we're going to have to go 2 miles just to make our turn for like half, and then they go another half a mile, and then start going towards the claims.
Oh wow.
Here within the next
That
few
make- yeah,
years.
That's gonna make it tougher on you. Are you guys?
Yeah.
But are you glad that they're expanding and doing more stuff like that?
Well, Nome needs more housing. Like, the fact that I got the place I've got right now is a miracle.
Right.
And luckily it's big enough for, we're coming into the winter months. So Robert's in a yurt right now, but that's only going to last another couple weeks, and then he's going to be like, yeah, I'm ready to make that.
Right.
And then the other guy, and he's working with another crew too, but in the winter or whatever, no matter how it plays out, he'll be able to, he'll have a place to stay too.
All right.
So it's a longevity place,
Yeah.
But there needs to be more housing in town. Like, that's the first thing that every miner faces when they get here, is the housing situation. So most miners, their first year, they end up like living in a tent. I lived in an ice mining shack for a while. My
Wow.
first one, just making my way into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but yeah, so housing's a big issue. Need more houses. That's an absolute big thing right now. And then the port expansion.
Are they planning on doing more housing?
Yeah, well, they have to. So they're putting a Coast Guard station out here too.
Okay.
So, and it's about time that the Coast Guard's coming in. A lot of things are changing, and not just in the gold mining world too. Like this year, we actually had like big commercial crab boats come into port.
Really?
Because the season in Dutch was bad.
Okay.
So they brought the big boys out here. So this port expansion, it's going to start bringing in more of these crab boats. Probably it's going to start bringing in
Cruise liners, military.
way more cruises are coming through. Military. There's a massive freaking what would it be, a training cycle for the Navy right now, and they got like battleships and stuff all over the coastline out here right now.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, I was going to ask about have you guys noticed that increase in military activity out there?
Yeah, we had the 160th SOAR fly like 50 feet from the ground right past Chris's house the other day. These special forces dudes came ripping through. It was like 3 Blackhawks deep. They came off that big boat, and then they sent 6 out towards Gamble.
Wow.
So yeah, we've got a whole bunch of slew of things going on out here right now.
It might be kind of nice to see it build up.
I'm not gonna say it's because of Russia,
Right.
But I'm thinking it's because of Russia.
Well, he did kind of say he wants Alaska back.
Yeah.
he
Oh,
did.
did he? Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He's gonna be
He
really
was not
upset.
too happy about the sale.
Dredge's going underneath his boat, sinking him with drills.
So, how much time do you guys have in travel time a day? Traveling out to the area where you prospect?
It takes us about an hour and a half to get to our spot.
Yeah.
About an hour and a half. So, an hour and a half out, an hour and a half back. So, there's 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found a little bit of ground a little closer, but it's like our pop shot ground. So if you have like a 6 or 7 hour window, because that's what it is right now. And that's what a lot of people that want to come up here need to understand. So June, you can mine like 24/7. But right now we have these little windows where it's like, okay, the winds are real low for the next 7 hours, and then we're gonna get hit by a 3-foot swell. So it's like we're gonna rip out for the 7 hours. So if you're going, if you have to do an hour and a half drive out, and then you're anchoring and then dropping nozzle, you're 2 hours and 20 minutes in at that point, and then divers got to go down.
So you're
So-
watching the weather also and trying to get your times right of when to get there and set up and dive.
Yeah,
And all that
Yeah.
also.
yeah, it's pop shot season right now. It's little tiny bursts trying to get 50 to 100 hours on the bobs. So, which also comes back into finding jobs. Like we're about to do some springs on a semi. It's supposed to be done this weekend, but the weather's not in favor for it. But yeah, once there's a little bit of good weather, we're gonna change some springs on one of the trucking company's trucks out here, and they're drum brakes.
That's good.
Yeah.
You know, that's
So little projects, but
Right.
sometimes the weather screws your little projects too.
Oh yeah.
You're just sitting at home making no money.
Right. Is it good? Right.
Yeah.
No, definitely not. Oh man, guys, we can't thank you enough as always for coming and hanging out with us.
Oh yeah. It's always
Always a
pleasure.
pleasure having you here. Yeah. You guys are a lot of fun. Yeah. Just keep up the good work. Keep getting it gold, man. Find another Wall Street, Chris.
Yeah, man. We're trying, dude. We're trying. Actually, dude, like if you tune into this new season right here, you'll actually see the new stuff that I'm trying to find.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, this new is the biggest thing that I'm working on, and it's this new project that I'm working on. Supposed to, you know, it will triple or it could double or triple my
Nice.
production in the future. So yeah, tune in some more, man.
That
We
will
got-
be on this season.
Say what?
They are going to show that this season.
Yeah, we
already did on the first episode.
So on the first episode, yeah, you'll see it once you watch it, you'll see a sneak peek of it, what I'm trying to do, and yeah, so I suggest that you guys should check it out. It's a really cool thing, and it's very amazing,
All
and
right.
yeah, and also before also there's also opportunity that I want to throw it out there in the public. If anybody out there that wants to start investing into offshore mining business here in Noma, Alaska, the two biggest claims in Alaska are now up for sale for $5 million, and so yeah, you get the two biggest claims, and you get the Tom Cod, you get the east-west claims here right for next to the jetty. So those are going to be up for sale, and if there's any any investors out there that wanted to get into the game, that wants to get into the business, I think this is an opportunity.
Yeah.
Excuse me, opportunity that's hard to pass.
No kidding.
Now, who do I write the check to?
Yeah.
You write the check to me. PO Box 1274, Nome, Alaska 99760.
Sound like Dennis.
Yeah, no, we got it all, dude.
Awesome,
And
brother.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right,
So the
cool.
claims are for sale.
Good luck, guys. And like I said, always a pleasure having you. And we'll be
Yeah.
watching, and let us know about the merch, man, when you get that.
Yeah, thank you,
squared away.
Sam.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
thanks. I appreciate it. And yeah, well, till next time.
All right, cool. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Tyler, Chris.
Later,
Have a
you
good
don't.
one.
Yeah,
Good
we'll
one,
catch
y'all.
you guys later.
See ya later, fellas.
Later.
All right. Always a pleasure having them guys on here. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's always great to learn some new stuff.
Yeah, and you learn so much from them. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Can't be done.
And it's funny that his Tyler's mom was in a YouTube chat tonight. Jennifer.
That way she could hear things that he might not be telling her.
Yeah, she was here last time also, if I'm correct.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, good guys for sure. All of them. Wish them all the best of luck. You know, and like I said, I hope they hit another Wall Street because I know that was a hell of a pay streak. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Man. So we'll get this mug thing squared away, Rich, for next week.
Yeah.
Dennis, I'm working on getting that address for you.
That's fine.
As soon as I get it,
Yeah.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah. And
And-
don't forget those
and as soon as we
oil
get
prizes.
Nick's last name, we'll have the last name to Prospector Nick, and we can mail his stuff out. So little dilemmas, but we'll get it all squared away. We always do. But we want to thank everybody for tuning in. As always, we hope you enjoyed tonight's show. And be sure to be here next week. You never know who's going to be here. We like
Forget
to,
about the after party on GPS.
that's right. We like to surprise you.
Yep. And the watch party on Friday. If you don't have TV and you want to watch the Bering Sea Gold, join us on goldprospectorspace.com on Fridays. We'll post a link and we'll watch these shows
Live.
live.
Right, way to go. And you never know who's going to stop in on those watch parties. Do you, Jared?
No, you never know. Like that's how this came about is these guys jumped in the Zoom watch party and said, "Hey, we could be on this Sunday." And
See?
there they were.
Very cool. Way to go. Nice job. So yeah, tune in. Get in on them watch parties. Lots of fun. That's fun. All right. So we're out here. Until next Sunday. We'll see you. Have a great week.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
All right, everyone.
Good night, Gold Digger.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.